Good afternoon. I'm Gavin Seppi, and I'm the designer of our product, Flexi Desk.
My name is Joe Costa, I'm part of the sales unit.
My name is Ace Farbeke, I'm part of the market research.
I'm Jackson Taylor, and I'm part of the financial unit, and together, we're Flexi Desk.
Today, we bring to you a solution for your productivity. We bring to you a desk organizer that can help change your space for the future.
All right, so my dad's a stocks trader, and he works downtown in Chicago. All right, so this one day he gets up for work, gets ready, goes downstairs, say hi to my mom, says hi to me and my two other brothers. And while he was cooking up breakfast, his boss calls him and he says, "Hey, we don't need you in today. Nothing. Don't worry about it. But it's not that big of a deal." You know, to him, it didn't seem like a big deal to him, but it was a big deal for what is coming in the future. So basically, he cooks up his breakfast, heads to his desk. His desk is an absolute mess. He's the messiest person I think I've ever met. You know, his desk is papers, coffee mugs, pencils, pens, so much clutter. You know, 10 minutes go by, his boss calls him back. He's like, "Hey there, we need these financial models." My dad doesn't think it's not that big of a deal. So he goes find these paper, you know, 2 minutes go by, 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by. Couldn't find the papers, looked all over the house, boss calls back. "Hey, where are those papers at? We're making a big deal with another company." No papers were found. 30 minutes go by. My mom gets home from dropping me and my brothers off at school, and she finds it at her desk under a bunch of stash. So it's a very big deal that's going on. So he gets a paper, sends it over to the head guy of his company, and he sent it over, and it was all okay at the end of the day. But his desk was an absolute mess. You know, this is back in 2020 where we're going on to working from home, so it's a big deal for him. So overall, he thought, man, I should get a little bit of a desk organizer. So a couple days go by, didn't really think much of it, and he ordered a desk organizer, a small little desk, nothing like this, but something to keep his papers all aligned. So, you know, it went by, he ordered it, and it worked out. You know, only lasted a few months because all the papers, everything stocked up. So over the summer, he told me this story and made me really think, oh man, I could definitely solve that with with a Flexi Desk. So other than what he had, we have two folders, so it maximizes the main folder compartment. We have USB ports, we have a phone charger, and we have pens and pencil holders. So this overall made his decision for this desk a little bit easier.
So our solution is Flexi Desk. It's a customizable desk organizer to suit your needs. It has features like USB ports, wireless charging, and cable management. It also has magnetic compartments you can rearrange to suit your needs, whether you're in a small dorm or in a big office. Our desk organizer is here to solve two problems at once: reduce clutter and create smooth workplaces.
So our target audience consists of people ages 19 to 45. We try to target office workers, remote workers from home, and students who have a desk. So we are in the workspace organization market, and we found that the total addressable market from it is worth $5 million. From there, we limited down to professional workers and students, which is our serviceable addressable market, and we figured out that that was worth $1.05 billion. So why does this market need Flexi Desk? We found out that 89% of consumers value products that help make their lives easier and create efficiency, which is our goal here at Flexi Desk. So here are some of our competitors right here. This is a traditional desk organizer. As you see here, they're very expensive, not affordable. So here come to our surveys. We sent out 200 surveys here, and we had 200 responses. We figured out that 82% of the people who responded said that they would buy our product, which is 164 people.
So our market plan is multi-stepped, starting with our first plan of engaging in social media, targeting professionals and students through TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And then we're gonna have influencer promotions, and we're gonna see our Flexi Desk in real world situations. We also have an online workplace on Amazon, Shopify, and our website. So customers can engage in our and our Flexi Desk easier. We can engage directly with the customers with making limited time promotions. So if they pre-order our Flexi Desk organizer on our website during the initial launch phase, they'll get the discount. So our pricing is pretty competitive with our retail price of our organizer being $79.99 for 1 unit, which is about and then $62.13 to create one of the units, which is a gross margin of 21%. And then where we plan on targeting 0.01 or 0.01% of the total market, which is $105,000 or 700 units sold. By year 3, we plan on targeting 0.1% of the total market, which is about $1.05 million.
So that's where we get into our minimum viable product. We really want to test out 3 key compartments. We want to test out the functionality, the customer interest, and we really want to validate our price compared to our competitors. There were other organizers on the market that weren't as worth the price, as they were $300 or $400 for half the amount of needs or goods. That's where we then get into how much we're asking for. We're asking for $450. It might seem like a lot, but when we're trying to build a product, it really isn't. By March 1st, we really want to start off with our launch page, gathering emails, subscriptions, and pre-orders so that we can see who comes in with interest in our product. Then by April 15th, we have our email collecting page, so where we can then target those customers that stay with us. And then by May, we hope that we can start sending out our products and staying in touch with our same customers. Our email list looks like this. It's $27 a month, which would cost $81 across the 3 months into that $450. This will contain all of our emails to where we then also can mass send it out to whoever we need to send it to, whoever wants to sign up for our product. We then want to boost our launch page, which right now, it looks a little zoomed in and wonky, but looks like this on the basic gist. We want to really upgrade so that we can get our own domain, while also being able to gather, remove ads, and connect with our own analytics to see who's doing what on our website. That would cost $18 for the first month and $36 after, which would equal $90. We then want to spend $180 potentially investing and buying into building our product. Even though it wouldn't cost us much to produce one, we want to make it great and we want to make multiple prototypes so that we can send it to our customers for them to maybe try out. We then finally want to spend $75, $25 a month doing advertisements on platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram so that we can then talk to our customers, maybe get feedback, and also share our product more so that we can expand our company. Also then, we believe that Flexi Desk is a productivity enhancer and really can streamline your workflow and reduce your distractions. It's finally a stress reliever, which will help you in your workday when you don't have to think about all your excess things around your product and maybe your papers, your financial models. I know my dad's a CFO and he really struggles with keeping some of his stuff organized sometimes. Like when I went downstairs to his desk and there were multiple papers all over the place. We also want to revolutionize your workspace because think, you might not have the greatest workspace, but we want this to fit for you and customize to what you might need in your future. Thank you.
I'll start, and I'm gonna mostly focus on your presentation. I thought you started strong. I really enjoy it when you go and introduce yourselves and you share what role each of you does. I think that's important, and I like that you did that. But then it went. I like minimal presentations. This was too minimal. Sometimes I'm looking up there, I just see a number. I don't know what it is or whatever. The story, the 2-minute story about your dad or whatever, it doesn't help me with this. It doesn't help me understand what you're trying to do here. Everyone can relate to a efficient workplace and all that kind of stuff. So I know part of it is like, tell a story that relates and all that kind of stuff. That was too much time. You want to get to the meat of what you're actually doing sooner, okay? And then finally, you're sitting there with the prototype. You never showed us it or anything, or like what is this? I mean, you had a mid-journey image that was kind of like a prototype or whatever that you looked like you just got spit out by AI. But you've actually put some time into that. You could have shown us like, okay, here are some things like this. This is what we want to iterate on and things like that. So I really think you guys, you have something, you've got a vision in your head about where you wanna go with this and all that kind of stuff, but the presentation didn't communicate that to me, so I maybe spend some more time on that.
Can you show us now?
Yeah, so basically, this is like a compartment for you to put papers, this is for like journals and stuff, this is for your phone charger, you could just pop it up against there. This is like USB ports where you can just plug in, you can for different wires. This is like pencil and pencil holder.
So is your intent to create a product that's actually customizable or a uniform product?
We wanna make it like magnetic customizable, so like maybe if you want your USBs more in the middle, so you can leave your phone on the
So
stand.
they're almost like modular pieces you can put together in
Yeah.
a unique way for your own needs?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I thought that's what it was, but this wasn't clear in the presentation, so come May, make that very apparent. That this is not like the 5 other competitor products, that it's a fixed single, like what you see is what you get. This is like move it around, and some people may have like their second monitor on the left side or the right side, and like, so a modular organizational workspace makes sense as people are sometimes like oriented or right-handed or left-handed or whatever, and this could be used for people individually, but from a manufacturing standpoint, so if you're looking at scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, you have like 10 configurations, but only 1 SKU of each to make. You know what I mean? So it's something that makes a lot of sense, but there's also a lot of complications that come with the engineering of that. Have you guys talked about or researched like what substrate material you're gonna use to make it, or got any quotes on like CAD design, engineering of this, or 3D model, 3D printer like prototypes?
Yeah, like I took woodworking. My woodworking teacher said oak wood.
You're making out of wood?
That's wood, yeah.
Okay, so that's why the cogs are 60 some dollars, right? Okay.
And then
So this is a high-end premium
Yeah,
product. You're not competing with the Container Store.
Yeah.
yeah. And then
But
I'm,
ideally, the only thing on your desk.
yeah, and I'm a project lead, the way a student also, so like I also was looking into like how I could 3D model it on a computer and figure out like some of like the base like I forget what you would call it, like your base like volume of it and like how it'd be like formed and where I'd get the material from, how I'd make it out of, so.
Okay. In that case, then you probably need like different stains,
Yeah,
right? Because if somebody's paying that much, it's gonna have to really match the decor. It's probably going in a more upscale office, right? That the color of wood on the AI mock-up wouldn't fly in my office. But the concept of this would, right?
I would just say focus, really focus on, the modularity part of it is kind of unique, so how do you differentiate yourself from all the other desk organizers that are out there and really focus on that? I think your margin is probably too little. If your cost is gonna be $62, your sale price needs to be quite a bit higher than that. Either that or get your costs way
Get the cogs down, yeah.
because you can't really charge a whole lot more, because this is already a pretty high-end thing, so you gotta get your cost down. And then just the basic thing, I thought coming into this, we were gonna look at a desk, something that was gonna be a modular desk that would raise up. So maybe just your name, maybe instead of Flexi Desk, it's Flexi Organization or Flexi Organizer, just something as simple as
Flexi
that.
desktop.
Something, right, 'cause I was picturing an actual desk.
The word is modular. That's what this is, because you have modules and you're able to move them around, so I would incorporate that word. That would, if you said this is a modular organizer, I would know that it's very clearly, it's without explanation that you're able to customize it.
I think if there's like, it sounds like the intent is to have like, 5 or 6 different units that can be put together in multiple configurations the way that someone wants to use it it's a pretty cool idea that I've never heard of, and it allows you in theory, if you had it at scale, to make just 6 different products that could be configured with 6 to the whatever power, you know, like a billion different ways for a billion different user preferences. It's like a pretty interesting concept for something that's like relatively simple, but everybody needs that organization on their desktop. So it's, you know, everybody needs it in some form.
I'd recommend to leave the technology out of it too, for at least the first product. I think a phone stand is good, but if this is going on a desk, charging and, you know, any of the cables management stuff is all right within an arm's reach anyway. You've already differentiated yourself. Now I know that this is a premium, like made of solid wood. You're gonna sell it for $150, not 70, right? And you know, I think it's almost like make it a beautiful piece of furniture that's functional and modular. And the phone charging stuff and that's kinda, it almost cheapens it in a way, but there's also an abundance of regulatory stuff that I don't even wanna get into with UL and FCC and all that stuff. So the minute you start putting things that, you know, plug into the wall and power devices, like, all right, legally, there's hurdles. So I think if you guys really wanna, you know, do this and see where you're at in the market, and if this concept of a very expensive, well-made, beautiful modular organizer is something that's gonna take, try it. I wouldn't do it with the chargers and stuff.
You kind of future-proof it that way too. When you
Yeah.
think of everybody having to change out their USB charging ports
Right.
now that
That's
Apple
true, too.
moved their, you know, thing to a USB-C, so
We go to the ask again,
Yeah.
and what is that
Is it breakdown?
component breakdown?
So we had $81 towards like our email and surveys so that we could like send out mass emails and
Okay.
surveys and keep people's emails. We had about, I believe it was $100 across $90 across 3 months towards our launch page, our website and
Okay.
domain. And then we had $180 towards product development, so that we could like figure out what the right like pieces and parts are to put this together and make it like look like it should.
Okay.
And then we had $75, which was $25 a month towards advertising our product on multiple different apps.
I would do more market research. What do people wanna see in a product like this, you know? Do you feel very confident that with the modules that you have is like, it's gonna appease and work for everybody, or? I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot more to find out about what people will pay for, you know?
I'm,
But on the ask, I would say, you know, the prototyping is, do you have to hire the labor, or you said you're a woodworker, or what was it again?
We do it like at Home Depot ourselves.
Like we'd go figure out, find products. I mean, we have been looking at manufacturers on a website called thomasnet.com to
Yeah,
like see where we could manufacture it in the US so that we don't have to pay excess shipping fees. But also probably figure out some of the parts on our own before we call those companies so that we don't waste our time.
I'm a little surprised if the COGS are $62 that you're only asking for $180 for materials.
Yeah.
That's less than 3 prototypes for what
but they're
it
not
is.
finished prototypes, they're probably unrefined.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think you need this money, but
I don't think that you need the advertising.
the advertising, yeah, that part. I'm good with 400,
Prototypes with it.
or the 475 and put more into the prototypes.
Put more into the material for prototype.
Yeah. You good with that, 450?
Yep.
450? Yeah, more, not the
Yeah, think
ads
about
here, but more into the prototypes.
Alright.
Guys.
Thank you.